NCAA college basketball for Saturday. We head to the WCC where BYU coming off a big win against Gonzaga, upset win in Gonzaga. I don't know what's going on with the Zags this year. Now BYU is traveling to Portland, and Portland, they're on a 4-game losing streak, but they're not as bad as that streak. They've lost by around an average of 10 points per game in that span. 3 of those games were on the road. I like Portland tonight. I'm going to grab them plus the 8.5. BYU, very up-tempo team. So's Portland. You might want to look at the total on this game, but I like Portland here, plus 8.5. I think they hang in with BYU. Tough spot, emotional win by BYU in Gonzaga. Now they got to go to Portland, a team desperate for a win, and they can score. So I like Portland to hang within this number in what should be an up-tempo, high-pace, high-scoring affair. All right, let's go ahead. Let's talk about BYU. On the year, the Cougars, they're averaging 83.2 points per game, shooting 45.9% for the field, and allowing 74.4 points per game on 42.3% shooting from the field. They're one of the better teams in the WCC, and man, they can really push some tempo, and they can shoot the three. So Portland's going to have to play really good on the perimeter tonight, which I think they will, especially being at home and coming off that losing streak. They have a couple players back. They lost a lot from last year, but they haven't been destroyed this year in any game. And at home, they've been competitive. Bad loss against San Diego in their last matchup. So I look for them to hang with BYU. BYU, they're offensively very tough. Defensively, though, they struggle. Statistically wise, they rank as one of the worst teams in the country in many defensive categories. So I like for Portland to go ahead and score tonight at home. The Pilots on the year, they're averaging 77.7 points per game, shooting 42.3% for the field, and allowing 77.6 points per game on 44% shooting from the field. And they're really a mirror image of BYU, except they're just not as good. That's all. They like to push tempo. They're going to get up a lot of shots. And I like for them to bounce back from that bad loss against the University of San Diego and come out and play a great game against BYU. The big point of this is 8.5. I thought the line should be a little bit higher, so I'm going to side with the odds makers, plus the fact BYU coming off that big win in Gonzaga. This is a tough spot for them to regain that momentum against a Portland team that can score. So I'm going to grab the Pilots here, plus the 8.5. That's going to be my NCAA pick today, and I wish you guys luck on your picks today.